Hello, good morning. Dear little learners, Assalamu alaikum. All the students of class 5 are welcome to this online class on behalf of St. Gregory's High School and College. I hope and do believe that you are well. I'm also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. In this class, we shall talk about ibadat. What is our topic? Ibadat. Yes. Ibadat is an Arabic word. It has some particular meaning. So first of all, we need to know the meaning. Side by side, we shall write down on our script those meaning also. So in this regard, I'd like to give you a reminder to take your copy or a script and pen to note down some important things from this class. Please take that and let's get started. Al-ibadah, look at the board please. Here the word ibadat is inscribed. Ibadat is an Arabic word. It means allegiance. I mean, whenever you follow someone accordingly or in a befitting way, each and every word, each and every order, each and every rules and regulations, then there is allegiance, slavery, devotion, obedience to Allah and to abide by the orders of Allah. In a word, it has come to know, or actually we have come to know that ibadat is that which is absolute allegiance to Allah the Exalted. I mean, we have to follow His orders, His prohibitions in a befitting way. Now, why should we perform ibadat, and what is actually the purpose of ibadat? Why we the people, we human being, been created in this world? Now let's talk about that. Ibadat is for allegiance to Allah. Whenever we believe in Allah, that He is the creator, He is the master, He is the sustainer, cherisher, right? And He is our Razzaq, He is Qadir, He is Rahman, He is Rahim. All this actually we know and we do believe. Afterwards, it comes about His ibadat. I mean, His allegiance, His abiding by His orders and keep aloof from His prohibitions. I mean, whichever He has prohibited, we should avoid that. So here Allah the Exalted has created man and human being, man and jinn only for His worship. That's why it's very much important for us to perform ibadat regularly, to perform ibadat accordingly. In this regard, Allah the Exalted says in His Holy Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. This Arabic text is not given in your text, but it has the translation. Yes, Your text has translation. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. What does the verse mean? Let's know. I have created jinn and human beings only to worship me. It's the saying of Allah. Allah is telling us that I have created human beings and jinn only to worship me. It proves that, or this verse proves that Allah has created us only for His worship. And also He has created jinn. Here it is well known to us that there is another species, that is jinn. Yes, they are also created for Allah's worshipping. Now the information to be noted, this verse or this ayat belongs to Surah Az-Zariyat, verse number 56. Yes, please write down Surah Az-Zariyat, verse number 56. Yes. We have come to know that we need to do ibadat, or we need to perform ibadat. Actually, ibadat is not fixed in some particular deeds. In salat, saum, zakat, also there are many things in terms of ibadat. If we talk about good deeds, good suggestions, good works, those are also counted or termed as ibadat. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, one who provides advice or one who advises others for doing good deeds, he will be equally rewarded or awarded equal to the performer of good deeds. This hadith belongs to Muslim. So, Muslim Sharif, one of the prominent book of hadith. Okay, one of the prominent books of hadith. So, advices of others, motivational speech. If you motivate others for good works, good deeds, then you will also get the equal reward equally to the performer of good deeds. And many other things like ibadat or is counted ibadat, such as doing business with honesty, doing work with honesty, doing work sincerely and responsibly, like this. So this is very much important ibadat, and for doing ibadat or for offering ibadat, we need purity and cleanliness, right? Without purity, we cannot perform ibadat, and if we perform that, we will be fined instead of getting reward. So we will be fined. Yes. Now we shall talk about ibadah, purity and cleanliness that belongs to that is absolutely related to ibadat. Yes, because we have already come to know that without cleanliness, ibadat is not accepted. Now, purity and cleanliness, Arabic word is taharat. What does taharat mean? Taharat, taharatun. The word taharatun if we say taking pose or by taking pose, that is the pronunciation would be tahara. Here taharatun or tahara is Arabic word. Its meaning is purity and cleanliness. In this regard, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in hadith, at-tuhuru shatrul iman, at-tuhuru shatrul iman. That means purity is the part of iman. Yes, please write down all the contents and those which are important, and also I have suggested to note down. Please don't forget to note down or write down. If you write down accordingly, then I think you will not forget this. Okay, my dear students, here this is a hadith which we should know the pronunciation as well as its meaning and information. This hadith belongs to Muslim and Tirmizi. Muslim and Tirmizi. These two books are very prominent books of hadith. So we need to write down the information. This is all about ibadat, up to ibadat, from ibadat to taharat, cleanliness or purity or taharat. So I think you boys, my dear students, or my dear little learners, will do your works. You will write down the hadith in Arabic. You will write down ibadat in Arabic, taharat in Arabic, and also all the information whichever I have mentioned in a befitting way, and keep it in safety so that you can lose it, or unless you lose it. Anyway, I'd like to thank all the students and the spectators who actually are watching this video or watching this class. Thanks very much for watching. In the next class we shall see you once again.